Welcome back to America's Forum here on Newsmax TV. Still with us is Grover Norquist, the president and founder of Americans for Tax Reform. Grover, good to have you stick around with us.
Yeah.
All right, so the administration says the stimulus achieved their goals, and they hold out a CBO report saying that the law created or saved 6 million jobs. What's your take on those numbers?
Well, it's not what they said when they started. When they asked us to pass the legislation, they claimed that if the stimulus was passed, the unemployment would never go above 8%. It went up above 10%. So their original claim was not accurate. And I have here in front of me the chart that they put out when they were passing this, they claimed that unemployment would be below 6% now. And that didn't happen either. So, and it also was only supposed to cost something over $700 billion, and it cost over $800 billion. So the amount of money spent was more than they said it would be. The unemployment was worse than they said it would be, and we're nowhere near what they said we'd accomplish. We're supposed to be at about 5% unemployment now.
And you mentioned the Tea Party response to this, and we talked about this a little bit before the break. But why, if they failed so badly to meet the goals that they held out there when they were first signing this, has there not been, why are we hearing more about this? I guess it's of course being talked about, but it's not really something you don't see people in the street with pitchforks.
Well, remember, Obama did a smart, not a good, but a smart thing when he sicked the IRS on the nascent Tea Party movement. Normally what would have happened with hundreds of Tea Party groups starting is they would have filed for 501c4 status and gotten it, and then they'd have bank accounts, and then people could make, $50 contributions and $20 contributions. And all across the country there'd be these structures developed from the Tea Party movement. By delaying or refusing IRS okay for setting up 501c4s, it stunted the growth of the Tea Party movement. So while there are many Tea Party groups around the country, they are smaller, less well organized, don't necessarily have a bank account, don't have a legal status. Okay, some of them still don't have any of this, but they were all delayed months and months, and in some cases years. So I think the president did what he intended to do, which was to use the power of the government and the IRS to beat over the head and smash up the political organizing of the Tea Party. It's why in 2010, where people were working on inertia, they swamped the president and his forces in 2010.
And why we're not hearing it now, Grover, interesting take on the impact of this IRS targeting and why we're not maybe seeing more outrage from Tea Party groups right now. Grover, thanks so much for being with us. Of course, we want to hear from you, get your take on all this on our social media platforms. Tweet me at JohnB_Newsmax or at Newsmax TV. We'll be right back with more after this.